Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we got some good old chibi reviews. No Game No Life anime is trending and it's very bad news, and that is sad to see as a No Game No Life enthusiast and as someone who hopes that one day we could get No Game No Life season 2. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what's going down.
Can't die. We can't fail.
What the
All
fuck?
because of me.
Bro, this has to be one of the worst dubs I have ever heard in my...
Why is it dubbed like that? First and foremost, when I saw it in dub, it was nowhere near like that. What the hell? What is going on? It sounds so bad. Bro, I've heard Dragon Ball Z fan dubs that sound better than that, not gonna lie. Holy shit.
entire life. Like, I have watched hundreds upon hundreds of different anime, and yes, I have watched a lot of English dub anime as well. I go back and forth just to see the quality difference. This is by far the worst dub I think I have ever heard in my entire life. It is actually so horrendous, I can't even believe this is real. Like, listen to this scene for a second. This is bad.
Oh god,
In
no.
the dirt, like the useless scrap metal that you are. Kainon Shrug.
Oh.
So if you haven't caught on...
Bro, could the AI not put any more emotion into that German word? It sounded so fucking robotic that you could tell immediately that it's AI. Why would you even AI dub this movie? It makes no sense. Like, bro, when did this movie come out? Like, genuinely. No Game No Life, 0. It came out in 2017. Let's see, what was the dub release? The official dub release? August 2018 was the English dub release. So why are we AI dubbing a literal movie that's almost 10 years old? Like, goddamn, dude. Why? Makes no sense with AI. The dub is literally like fucking what? 6 years old? Why? That's like, bro, that's like releasing a cartoon movie and then the next year immediately releasing the live action remake. It's like, what? Why? It's not even a year, like it's barely a year old.
The issue. Let me point this out. This is an official English dub licensed by Amazon. Yes, if you don't believe me, I will show you. This is their literal player. You can easily tell if you use Amazon Prime for anything. You go up here, it says subtitles and audio. You click it, and this is the options.
AI beta?
Obviously subtitles off, which already comes with subtitles, which you definitely need, because that's just how bad the dubbing is. But secondly, it has the original audio, which you should 100% watch in original audio, unless you just want to see how bad this really is. But it has an option, which is called English AI Beta. And as you guessed, yes, it is AI dubbing for...
Why, though? It makes no sense. This movie already had dub. Why? Why replace the dub with AI when it already had dubbing done? It makes no sense. We already had the actual voice actors that voiced them in the anime series do the voice acting for the movie. Why would we replace their voices with AI when they did spectacularly with this movie? They did amazing work. Why shit on it?
This entire movie of No Game No Life 0. I never would have expected No Game No Life 0 would become relevant again in 2025 from this, of all things. Like, okay, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. First off, what's going on? Well, this is Amazon. They're a very big company. And from my understanding, Amazon has been trying to really dive in more into AI.
Even if they are, why would they do this? This feels so dumb. Like, if this is the case, why don't they create their own animation studio or animation department, whatever the fuck, and why don't they start doing their own animes and do the AI dub, you know, like how Netflix does it? Well, I mean, Netflix doesn't use AI, but I mean how Netflix has their own animation department where they do animes like Record of Ragnarok and crap, what's the other one? That one about the Yakuza dude that becomes like a house husband, and there's the other one, Sakamoto Days. They've done a pretty hefty lineup of animes. So it's like, why don't they do that? Why doesn't Amazon do that? And if they want to do AI voicing for the Amazon exclusive animes, then fuck it. If they don't sell, well, then they don't sell, and that just goes to show them that whatever AI voice dubbing that they're choosing to do, such as this, is ass. But it's like, why shit on something that already had dubbing to begin with, you know? Especially when the dubbing was already so good. It's like if they went back and changed all of the dubbing for Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball to the AI. You know how many people would lose their goddamn minds?
As of late, and I feel like this entire situation is more or less that. They want to save money, cost effective. They want to cut out English dub voice actors to be able.
Yeah, I figured. That was something that I was thinking. I was like, are they doing this just so that way they don't have to pay like some type of royalty to the English voice actors or something like that? Is that why they're doing this? Because if that's why, then fuck Amazon. I don't see why you should ever watch any type of anime on Amazon whatsoever. You should instead just go to Crunchyroll if you want to pay, or if you want a third party, you go to some third party site, you know, pirate it.
Able to English dub with AI. And I feel like there's probably a lot of examples that's probably not just AI for anime, but probably for other movies and series probably on their platform. Now, I do want to say where I discovered this information, how this even happened to begin with, is thanks to Otaku Spirit here. This account right here, he posted this clip of No Game No Life 0 and how bad the Amazon's AI official dub is. And this is oh my goodness, it is just crazy how bad this is.
Oh god.
It's horrendous how awful it sounds. But the point of the matter is I first found out thanks to this, and he posted it this morning around 1 a.m., and it's starting to gain traction. A lot of people are starting to talk about it, and then he posted this, where, basically Banana Fish also makes the exact same thing. And I want to play a clip from it just so you can hear it for yourself.
Oh god.
I used to be a big fan of yours, you know? You're still good enough as you are.
It sounds so bad.
Catch how bad that was.
Bro, dude, I've heard Donald Trump AI voice videos with more passion in them than this, man. I've literally heard other AI videos that have like way more passion and soul into them, which is wild because it's AI voice and it all sounds the same, monotone, dead. But this is so bad. Why? At this point, you might as well just hire amateur voice actors and pay them pennies on the dollar.
Kind of explain. So that was literally the voice, the tone of the voice shifting mid-conversation from the same character. Now, here's my personal theory on why that happened, okay? Obviously, quality control is non-existent, but from looking at the movie of No Game No Life 0, and then seeing some clips of Banana Fish that have been circulating now in the anime and manga community, my understanding is that the laugh you just heard is from the original Japanese audio. It's been a long time since I watched Banana Fish, like it's been years, like a very long time. And it's also been a very long time since I watched this movie. However, this movie, No Game No Life 0, actually makes it a lot easier to see the lack of quality control. And I'm gonna play a little clip here from this, because I think this really demonstrates what I'm trying to talk about, with the tone shifting and how they don't keep it consistent. So listen very closely for the next few seconds.
Riku.
So, if you haven't heard, there is clearly the Japanese sound effects from the character making different grunts and noises.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like she's about to say something in Japanese, and then she says it like in... Like in straight up Genshin American Western voice acting. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you don't expect it out of nowhere. Like she was like doing the Japanese voice acting, and then it just sounded like Raiden from fucking Genshin out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? That genuinely threw me off. I was like, ew. Like goddamn.
That are still there for this movie, but the English dub from AI is playing over it. So the individual that was tasked with not just making this dub through AI, they didn't quality control it and even attempt to remove Japanese sound effects. They didn't do anything in complete English. They just did basically text to speech AI translation. That's what they did with this movie.
In my opinion, not gonna lie, I feel like this should violate some type of copyright when you whatchamacallit, when you use the same sound effects, even if it's for the same show. Like the dub and the sub are so different. Like and you know, you can just hear how different it sounds. I mean, just look at My Hero Academia and Deku's voice actor. Compare the dub to the sub, you know? It's like a complete goddamn 180 almost, you know? But it's like yeah, oh my god, dude. You can't just take one sound effects just because you want to be lazy and put them and just put in some AI voice acting over it. That's just like to quote Deadpool, that's just lazy writing. Genuinely. That's not even lazy writing. That's just laziness at its finest.
And so when I take a look at Banana Fish with that little laugh you heard a minute ago, I'm assuming that's the original laugh, the Japanese laugh, that it then wasn't removed and just AI went over it. And if that's the case, oh my goodness, man. That is, like, there was not even an...
Honestly, if that's the case, I'd say that's just some new low from Amazon. Genuinely. If there's that little of an attempt to actually put in any effort and any work into any of this to ensure that, you know, the viewer has an actual pleasant experience on your platform, on your streaming platform, then there's something wrong there. And anime watchers who specifically use Amazon Prime to watch anime, they'll see this and they'll just cancel their Prime memberships and be like, well, this isn't worth it. You know, especially if they're only using it for anime, they'll instead just go somewhere else where the dub isn't trash and it's not AI and it's not dubbed over with AI when it was never needed to be.
Attempt to quality control this product at all. These products. Now, keeping it real, I don't know how long Banana Fish and No Game No Life Zero has been like this. Like, I don't know if it's been there for weeks or months, I don't know. But when you take a look, it does say AI beta, so it makes me under the impression it's relatively new. It's a very new addition to Amazon's platform using something like this. I could be wrong here, but that's my assumption. Regardless, this is an official dub. It is, as much as people don't want to believe it. Yeah. Now, I do want to say something. You might have watched this movie in dub, by the way. No Game No Life Zero, because it does actually have an official licensed English dub.
Which is why I think it's the dumbest thing on the planet for that movie to have AI dub. It's like, why? It already had a dub. Why are you going in and just changing it all and just ruining it? Like I said, the only thing that I can think of is they just don't want to pay some like type of royalty or something like that. That's the only thing that comes to mind, is that they just don't want to pay the actual voice actor, so they're just releasing it like that.
Voice actors. Now, it might not be perfect. I still prefer the Japanese audio. Gonna just be completely blunt. But here's the thing. There is an English dub, an official. Amazon didn't even use that for this movie. And here's my reasoning why I think that is. Amazon didn't feel bothered. They didn't want to be bothered to license the original dub audio. They wanted to do it themselves with AI translations. Probably as an attempt just to see how it works out, or to test the model, whatever they're using. And I don't know what model they're using for AI translation, but holy crap, it's bad. It's really bad. And I'm not trying to defend AI here, but I'm just gonna be blunt about it.
Not gonna lie, even if they were trying to do this as like some type of test feature, I still would have preferred them include both the actual licensed dub and their own, so that way people could choose and give feedback. Like you should allow people to have the option to listen to both, and that way they can give feedback, so that way you know exactly where to improve, so that way the user experience is better. I don't know why you would never want to do that, or why you wouldn't want feedback, unless you're scared that the feedback will be primarily negative. But I mean, it's to be expected when you delve into AI. Like realistically, right now, if you look at everything revolving with AI, a lot of people aren't really too happy with it, mostly because of AI verification and everything that's being pushed with that. But like right now, people aren't really too happy when companies want to use AI to start changing shit. But like if you at least allow your users to give some type of input, like you'll at least have some people that are actually, giving actual feedback. You'll just have to shift through all the bunch of hate messages about how AI is bad and yada yada yada. As I was saying, you'll just have to go and sort through those messages and whatnot. But like to just outright have, all right, here you have AI and that's it for English. It's like, well, that's ass.
I have definitely heard better AI translations, like, in the dubbing. I have. Like, I know we've all heard some probably funny clips here and there over the years. I know it was viral, like, 3 or so years ago, but there was, like, this whole Donald Trump and, Joe Biden, like, AI clips of them talking with each other playing Minecraft or whatever.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier, too. I was like, the whole presidents and whatnot. They had one with Trump, Obama, and Bill, or not Bill, Joe, Trump, Obama, and Joe, and they'd be like playing COD lobbies, and it was just so funny because they just fuck with each other all the time and just shit talk each other, kind of like friends in an actual like multiplayer lobby, and it was always the funniest shit. And I'm like saying, I've heard more soul in those videos than I did in that fucking clip that we just saw of the No Game No Life anime AI dub.
It was viral for a bit, at least for about a month, and the voices sounded consistent for the most part. You could tell it was AI, but it sounded consistent. But with this, the model they're using with these different voices, it's not consistent. It goes in and out. It sounds like some weird TikTok AI translation or some weird like chat GBT. It does not sound good at all. And once again, I'm not trying to defend AI here, but AI voice acting, at least in the dub, has definitely, it's better than this. And so it showcases just the lack of effort that Amazon put in this. They didn't just use AI, they used the bottom of the barrel of whatever they could for AI, and then the worst they possibly could with the most cost-effective thing they could with zero quality control. This is just...
It's honestly even more wild when you realize they have their own AI thing, and they have voices in there that are actually pretty good and aren't that bad. Like they have some pretty good voices in there for their AI. Like I use them for like the text to speech stuff, like the when someone subs and whatnot that you just heard earlier. That was with the I think it depends on which one, because it's mixed and matched with a few different ones. But like but like a few of them do sound pretty good. So I don't know why that just sounded so goddamn awful, not gonna lie.
Horrendous. And I cannot believe this is being allowed on Amazon's official platform. It makes them look very bad. Like, it looks really bad. I mean, obviously the conversation around replacing voice actors and stuff, that's already a topic in of itself. But I'm just saying in general, allowing something like this of poor quality on your platform is not a good look. And if I was someone that was a part of creating No Game No Life, like if I was the original creator or the staff and studio that worked on No Game No Life and I found out something like this existed, I would be offended. Like, I would be offended badly by this product. It is not good at all. But yeah, I cannot believe this was like shadow dropped, and oh boy, man, oh man, oh man, this is bad. Like, this is some next level bad quality. Oh, Amazon.
Yeah, I share that sentiment. Like I said, realistically, they should have just released both. Like, let people choose which one they want to see. You're already tracking the user data, track that metric as well. See why they aren't watching the AI. Maybe roll out a another feature where it allows people, if they're on a computer, to submit feedback onto as to what could be improved with the AI voice, you know. And I also share the sentiment that if a majority of the people are submitting feedback that are saying we would rather you get rid of the AI voice and not have it there at all, then maybe you should just drop the project entirely and focus on something else. Genuinely.
You're bad, especially with everything that's been going on with Twitch, but dude, this is...
What the fuck's been going on with Twitch?
Oh my goodness, man. Like, I can't... I'm just stunned locked how bad it is. I can't believe that this actually was allowed. And I guess they expected it might fly under the radar because, it's an old anime. But
yeah, that was also something I was going to say. Like, did they choose these animes because they're that old? And if that's the case, then why not go for even older animes then and try them out with those first, But then again, I guess that if they did try to do that, I guess like even now older animes such as like Inuyasha are still popular to this day. So they still would probably not be able to get away with it with a show like that. But it's like, why? Like I said, they could have gone about this in such a different way. They could have gone about this way better, but they just chose not to. And now it's sort of going to lead to some massive backlash in their face because they tried to sort of sneakily slide this under the radar.
Likely they're doing this with other stuff, other anime on their platform, and it makes me kind of happy now that Recreators is no longer on Amazon. I would have hated to see whatever type of AI translated dub they would have done to Recreators. Thank Haruhi that we will not have to experience that abomination. I am so happy I won't have to hear that and know that exists. But poor No Game No Life. Poor No Game No Life.
And
this is bad.
Look what they did to my fucking anime, man. It's so sad.
I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, once again, it's real. Leave a comment. Helps with the algorithm. Chibi out.
I'm just sad that it happened, man. Genuinely. Like, man, dude. Why? It's all a matter of why. Just why. Like, why would you like opt to do that as a company? Why do you think that would be a smart choice to do? To just get rid of the dub that was already there and just replace it with AI. Why not? Like I said, they should just have both. If they truly care about this AI stuff, they should have both, and people who will rather watch the AI will watch the AI, But at the end of the day, it's also probably about money, like he said, and like I said, they probably just want to cut costs and not have to pay out people, which kind of sucks, that we get shitty AI as opposed to something that already exists just because they don't want to pay. But at the end of the day, it'll cost them more money because they're just going to lose subscribers and whatnot, and people are just not going to watch it. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's a lose-lose for them because people will just vote with their wallets now because they know they can. We've proven it before. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next one later.